it's recording now.
Yes, yes. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Have you revised everything?
Yes.
See, be up to date for the next classes, all right? Because
What
if
did you
you are
say?
going to be up to date with the chapters, because if you're going to lag or keep the studies for tomorrow, then you're going to find it difficult to, understand everything once we reach the fourth, fifth chapter, all right? So
Yes.
first chapters are basically your base. Okay. It's from
Yep.
those chapters that you build up. Okay.
Yes.
So we did take up until this point, this moment. I remember correctly. I had to, and I didn't finish off that impairment slide. I'll send it to you, all right?
Yes.
So auditor removal, that is our next topic. Remember the previous ones, all right? Do you remember the previous ones, what we have studied till now? Everything.
Yes.
The
Yes.
Enron scandal,
And
and how the auditors are appointed, and the first chapter about all the elements, right?
yes. Yes.
Okay. Now the auditor removal. Okay, so what happens when an auditor is removed? Okay, so what happens is that over the time, when the auditor has worked in the organization, the company might, or the directors might feel that this particular auditor is not giving their 100%, or they are not able to work into their full potential, right? Or
Yes.
there is any other situation where the auditor's integrity has compromised, okay, or the objectivity has compromised. In that particular case, this auditor would be removed. Understood? Now,
Yep.
auditor is someone that you are keeping so that you can carry out your external audit, right? And external audit is no big joke. Okay, it's a serious thing. Okay, so if you're going to
Yes.
remove that particular auditor, you can't remove them overnight. Okay, or you can't remove them from their activities the next second. No, it doesn't work like that. Understood? Okay, so in order to remove an auditor, okay, a general meeting should be called up, okay, and almost 50 percentage of the shareholders must agree to it, to their removal. Understood? Clear?
Yes.
So whenever an auditor is removed, a general meeting would be set up, okay, and 50 percentage of the shareholders must approve that resolution. Understood?
Yes.
Okay, and it's an ordinary resolution. Second one, okay, for this general meeting to carry out, a special notice must be sent. Clear? And this
Yes.
particular notice must be circulated before 28 days to the meeting. Understood?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, in this case, the auditors wouldn't be unheard because they are also going to get their chances. Okay. And their chance is called SOC, that is Statement of Circumstances. Understood? Okay.
Yes.
And this SOC is going to be circulated to all the shareholders. Okay, all of them are going to get it. Okay, and
Yes.
this particular SOC would be a point of view. What do you say? POV, right? So it would be a POV of the auditors, right? Which generation are you? A C, Gen Z, Millennial? Who are you?
Gen Z's, I think so.
Ah, I'm still not aware of your, abbreviations. All right. I
Yeah.
still learn from my students. So they're like, they're chatting something and they don't use the full form. They just, send me the short version and I have to ask them, what are you actually meaning by this? Okay. And
Yeah.
yeah, just yesterday, a student was, making fun of me. Ma'am, you have to grow up. Don't dwell in 20th century. I said, like, you guys keep on changing your abbreviations. How can I keep up?
Yeah.
Okay. So the SOC would be circulated to all the shareholders and SOC completely the POV of the auditors. Understood?
Yes.
So it is in the SOC that the auditors, mention their peace of mind. Understood? Okay. Now, this particular GM that the company is setting up, it should be attended by the auditor as well. It is his right. Clear?
Yeah.
So he has a right to attend that GM, and also he has the right to be heard. That means he can explain himself. Understood?
Yes.
Now, this particular resolution, when it is passed or when it is onto its verdict, it should be communicated to the registrar within 14 days. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how was the auditor removed? By a majority of the vote in this general meeting. Okay. And
Yeah.
it would be in a specified notice period. Okay. And this notice period is to prevent sprung on the meeting. That means the meeting is not, adjourned, or the meeting is not, you know, uh, kept for a long time. Understood?
Yeah.
Clear? Now, the second thing is the auditor can resign, okay, after giving all of his point of view or after giving all of his explanation via statement of circumstances. Understood? So
Yeah.
SOC is something that the auditor can actually give to the company, or the auditor is able to explain his actions with. Understood? Okay, so
Yes.
two things. When the removal is going to happen, the general meeting is to be circulated. That means a notice is to be circulated about the general meeting. Okay,
Mm.
and it is to avoid any sudden meetup or or to not clash with any existing general meeting. Understood?
Yeah.
See, AGM, that is annual general meeting, is held annually. All right.
Yeah.
Besides that annual general meeting, there would be meetings inside the company whenever there is a necessity for it. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. And sometimes it is for an ordinary resolution, that is not something, very critical. Sometimes it is for special resolution. Clear? So it
Yes.
depends upon the company on what priority the general meeting is on, right? So, in order to
Yes.
not clash up with other general meetings, or in order to not, give a surprise general meeting, okay, it should always be communicated before how many days? 28 days. Understood? This one. The second point is connected with this one. Understood? No?
Yeah.
Clear? Now, the second thing on removal is if the auditor is going to be removed, he has the right to be heard. And how is he going to exercise that right? With SOC. Simple. Clear?
Yes.
Now, resigning as an auditor. Now, see, what we studied just now is the removal, right? That means the company is removing the auditor. Understood? Now,
Yeah.
sometimes the auditor himself would, you know, have have a tendency to resign from the company. Okay, it may be because he's not able to work in harmony with the management. All right. Okay, or it may be because he believes that something is being compromised for his objectivity or for any other reason. Understood? So the auditor would resign. Now, the auditor, if he is going to resign, he can't do it overnight. Okay, or he can't do it from the next second. Understood? So there is also a procedure. Okay, clear?
Yeah.
Clear? Okay. The first one is that he has to give an SOC, that is statement of circumstance. Okay, and that statement of circumstance would, explain why he is going to be removed if he is going to be removed, or why he is going to resign if he is voluntarily resigning from the company. All right, and this would be at the company's registered office. Okay, the second
Yes.
one, if there is no such circumstances, he should still provide SOC stating that there is no circumstances or situation where he is forced to remove or where he is forced to resign. Understood?
Yes.
Now the third one. All these requests from the auditors should be promptly addressed, okay, by the company. Clear?
Yep.
Now, this particular thing is connected with, appointing new auditors as well. Because in order for a new auditor to join the company, he should also have some clearance, right? And that
Yes.
clearance would be, moved on if the existing auditor is going to be addressed properly. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. Now notifying ACCA. Okay. So if the auditor is being removed, towards the end of their term, maybe the engagement contract is for 2 to 3 years. Okay. That means the 3 years the auditor is going to work there. But he is unexpectedly removed or he is unexpectedly resigning from there, then he is supposed to notify the ACCA regarding that. Understood?
Yeah.
Now, the auditor's rights and duties. It is on the point of view of auditors. All right. So, first of all, rights. Okay. So, as an appointment or as being appointed as an auditor, he has some rights and he has some duties towards the organization. First, we are going to discuss the rights. Okay. The first right is that, see, auditor, why is the auditor coming to the organization? In order to, look towards all of its financial statement elements, right?
Yep.
Okay, and we have already studied in IAS 1 what those financial statements are. It is the SOFP, it is the SOPL, it is the SOCE. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, so all of these things, when an auditor is appointed, should be made available to him. Understood? So all the information and all the explanation on the information is a right towards the auditor. Understood?
Yes.
Now, he is also to be notified of any general meeting that the company members are attending to. All right. So, any general meeting that is going to be held in the company, he should be notified of it. Understood?
Yes.
Now, if this general meeting is there, then it is his right to be heard in that particular general meeting if he has anything to say. Understood?
Yes.
Now, sometimes, no, not sometimes, after the general meeting, the verdict is to be passed, right? And all the verdict is called the, resolutions that is being passed in the company's general meeting. Understood? So, whatever
Yes.
is the general meeting held for, okay, that particular reason, when satisfied, is called a resolution. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. So, after the end of the general meeting, the auditor should be provided with any written resolution, that is, any copies of the written resolution that is being passed. Understood?
Yes.
This much is okay?
Yes.
Okay. So, on resignation, what does he have, or what all rights do he have? Okay. This is something that I have discussed earlier. We are just repeating it. Okay. So he has
Yes.
a right to, an extra hold a general meeting, that is extraordinary general meeting, in order to provide his circumstance of resignation. All right, that's his right. We have already discussed. Okay, so these are all the rights he have while he is going to be resigned. Clear?
Yes.
Second one is that to require company to circulate notice of circumstances relating to resignation. So if the auditor has provided any SOC, then that particular SOC should be circulated. Understood? That
Yes.
particular notice of circumstance should be circulated. Understood?
Yes.
Now, these are the rights. Okay. So up to this is the rights that we have discussed. Okay. Next one is the duties. And duties of an auditor is straight and simple. Okay. He is there in order to, audit the financial statements of the company. Okay. And he is going to provide an opinion on the company's financial statements, whether or not it is a true and fair representation. Understood?
Yes.
And he's going to do that on the basis of IAS and IFRS, also integrating the ISAs. ISAs means International Standards on Auditing. Understood?
Yes.
So you see, IAS and IFRS are very important because what we audit is the FS. Okay? And how the FS is made? The FS is made on IAS and IFRS. Understood? Simple. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, regulatory bodies. See, we have been saying that there is IAS, there is IFRS, right? So, who regulates all these? Who controls all these is the next topic. Understood?
Yes.
So, in the international level, okay, IFAC is the head. Clear? This is the head organization. Understood? That is International Federation of Accountants. Okay. IFAC has two bodies. Clear? One is IASB and the other is IESBA. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, under IASB, there are two other bodies. Okay. International Standards on Auditing and International Standards on Quality Management. Understood? Okay. And this whole thing is concerned with auditing. Clear?
Yes.
This whole thing is concerned with IAS and IFRS. Understood? Clear? Sorry,
Yes.
not this whole thing, the other one. Sorry. The next one. That is this one. This one. Clear? Okay. So, carefully, we're going to go into it. First one is IFAC, International Federation of Accountants. Okay. So, they are responsible for governing all the other bodies in the ACCA. That is on the standard part of the ACCA. Clear? Auditing standards of the ACCA. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, under this, there is another component that is IASB, International Audit and Assurance Standards Board. Okay. And this IASB is actually a subsidiary of IFAC. Understood?
Yeah.
You know what is a subsidiary? This is the parent, if you say. And this is a subsidiary. That means the main company is this one. The main organization is this one. Okay. And under this, there is another organization, IASB. Understood? No?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, IASB is the one who is developing ISAs. Okay, same thing we have studied in IAS and IFRS before that, before we studied the standards. Remember? Same thing.
Yes.
Okay. So, in accounting standards, they develop IAS and IFRS, right? But in auditing standards, they prepare ISAs. Simple. Clear?
Okay.
Okay. And in all the European Union, every audit is done with the ISAs. That means everyone follows the ISAs while performing audits. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. And it has been there ever since 1st January 2005. Okay. Now, this particular thing is an international level. That means it is globally recognized. Clear?
Yes.
Now, when it comes to UK, this is called FRC. Understood? Financial Reporting Council. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. And Financial Reporting Council is the regulatory body inside UK. This is international level. This is UK level. That's all. Clear?
Yes.
FRC. Okay. Instead of IFAC, we have FRC. Clear, no?
Yes.
Okay. So, as I've discussed earlier, this is an international federation of accountants. That means it is going to work globally than in the national economy. Clear? It is worldwide profession. and it is so as to serve the public, okay, and also give public the message that whatever is being said and done, it is according to high quality standards. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. And as a result, IFAC also serves as an international spokesperson. Understood? No?
Yeah.
Yeah. Next one is IASB. So IASB is International Accounting Standard International Auditing and Assurance Standards Board. The other one is accounting, all right? The difference is in the word. This one auditing, the other one is accounting. Clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this is also a subsidiary of IFAC, okay? And they are the ones who are going to create ISAs, clear? Okay? And as of now, we have more than 30 ISAs, clear?
Okay.
Okay, and IASB is also the one who is going to set quality control principles for all assurance engagement. Understood? So that means this one and this one is set by IASB. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. When it comes to accounting, it is IASB, that is International Accounting Standards Board. Okay. Here it is
Yeah.
audit and assurance. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, next one is ISA. ISA is simply the standards that has been developed by the IASB according to which the auditing is carried out. Clear?
Yes.
Now, here the main thing to notice is that even though IFAC is on an international level, okay, it can't actually force its principles upon individual countries. Understood?
Yes.
Okay, it is a general guideline. It is a general thing to be followed. Okay, but it can't force any of the countries that has been approved by the ACCA or that the any of the countries that has approved ACCA. It can't put the pressures on those companies. Clear? That means whatever IFAC has, it is an optional thing to follow. That means all the countries would have its own regulatory body. Understood?
Yes.
Okay, even though ACCA is recognized by everyone, everyone would have their own regulatory bodies. Understood? No? Okay.
Yes.
And you must understand ACCA differs from ICA because ICA is only exercised in India, whereas ACCA is exercised in 180 plus countries, right?
Global.
So,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Global.
Yeah.
ACCA is.
So, all those countries, that is all those 180 plus countries, can exercise or can give the ACCNs the right for their, designation. But IFAC is not something that is being imposed upon it. Clear? So every
Okay.
country would have their own regulatory body, but IFAC is a general guideline. Understood?
Yes.
Now, the same way in UK as well, UK has a regulatory body called FRC, Financial Reporting Council. Understood?
Yes.
Okay, and this particular reporting council is responsible for the accounting profession in UK. Understood?
Yes.
Okay, so FRC is the accounting accounting regulatory body of the UK. Okay, and the auditing body is called APB, Auditing Practice Board. Understood?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just scribbling it down. So we have both IFAC, right? We have IFAC for audit and we have IFAC for accounting, right?
Yes.
Clear? And when it comes to UK terms, the audit IFAC is called the APB. Clear?
Yes.
The accounting IFAC is called the FRC. Understood? Don't get confused. Often the students get confused here. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. The answer is simple. On a global level, we have IFAC for audit and we have IFAC for accounting, right?
Yeah.
But on UK level, The regulatory body of the audit is called the APP instead of IFAC, and regulatory body of accounting IFAC is called FRC instead of IFAC. Understood?
Yeah.
Clear now?
Yes.
And this comes for OTQs only. All right? Clear?
Yes.
Now, we have IASB, right? We studied IASB, who is responsible for setting up ISCs, right?
Yes.
But in UK level, that IASB is called as Audit and Actuarial Regulation Division. Understood? Just for OTQs,
Yes.
you don't need to study it for essays, just for OTQ purpose.
Yes.
Just read through, understand it. That's all you need. Clear?
Okay.
And this is the people who set up standards. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So summarizing standard setters, we have the accounting standard setters, we have the auditing standard setters, right?
Yes.
On international level, IFAC is responsible for setting up accounting standards, okay, and IASB is responsible for setting up auditing standards. Clear? On the UK level, it is called the FRC. On the UK level, it is called the APP. That's all.
APP.
Clear?
Yeah.
Now, development of ISCs. Okay. So IASB is the one who is going to monitor every developments that happens in the auditing. Okay. And they are going to be the ones who are going to suggest things that are necessary for the interested parties. Clear?
Yes.
Now, how do they develop? They are going to appoint a special team. All right, that is the second point. They are going to appoint a special team in order to discuss all this in detail, to go through all this in detail. Okay, and then they are going to set up a meeting. Clear? And
Yes.
in that meeting, they are going to say a proxy standard that they have developed now. Okay, and they are going to discuss it with the other parties. Clear?
Yes.
And this would go on, or this would be there in order to this would be in there in hand in order to criticize or in order to provide suggestions for 120 days. That is the exposure period. Okay, that is the period at which this can be amended. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, so in that 120 days there would be suggestions, there would be changes that is being made into the standards, right? So all these would be taken and would be changed. Clear? Okay.
Yes.
Now, suppose after the exposure period, there has been any change in the economy or in the political system or in the ruling party, and something of no significant has come to light. Okay, then that means this particular exposure period would be extended and the standards would be amended again. Clear?
Yes.
Now, once the standard is finalized, it is going to be communicated with the IASB. That is, the project team is going to communicate with the IASB. Okay. And this is going to be approved and finalized and published within, published with the, published after the, after the nod of 2/3 members of the IASB. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. So only after 2/3 members, that is, suppose IASB has 12 members, 2/3 of the members should approve or should give their consent in, publishing this standard. Understood?
Yes.
Clear now?
Yeah.
This is a very long chapter already. Now, next one. You want a cool off time?
No, it's
Ashish?
fine.
Fine? Okay. Now the
Yes.
resignation of auditors. Okay. So, if the auditor feels that he is no more able to work for the company, he can resign at any point of time. Okay. Okay. And he can do so by giving a written notice. Clear, no?
Yes.
Okay. Now, his resignation would be effective from the day on which this was being delivered to the company's registered office. Clear?
Yes.
or from the day which he has mentioned that he would stop working in that particular company. Clear? That is the specific day. Clear, no?
Yes.
Now, this particular resignation would be void if he is not providing any SOC, that is statement of circumstance. Clear?
Yes.
Now, after receiving this, the directors would have a 21 days, okay, in order to send out the notice for for a general meeting. Clear? For an extraordinary general meeting, okay, and that particular general meeting would be should be conducted in 28 days of date of notice. Clear? We have already discussed this. Just summarizing it again. Clear?
Yes.
Now, the auditor would have either the directors should take initiative, okay, or if the directors are stalling, the auditors would always have a right to, call for an extraordinary general meeting and explain or have the right to be heard. Clear?
Yes.
Now, this right is to be uninterfered. That means the directors do not have the right to cut in while they are explaining something. Understood?
Yeah.
Clear? So there should be no interferences. Okay, there shouldn't be anyone who is preventing them from speaking out. Okay, so they are given this right. Understood? No?
Yes.
Now, SOC, that is statement of circumstances. Okay. So the departing auditor is the one who is going to make this SOC, okay, and he is going to deposit it with the company. Clear?
Yes.
Now, if it is a quoted company, this SOC is going to be on the departure. Clear? That means why he is leaving. Okay, what is the reason and when is he
Yes.
leaving? Clear? And if it
Yeah.
is an unquoted company, okay, he can have the right to say that there is no circumstances. Clear?
Yes.
Now, if the auditor is resigning, the SOC should be in with the resignation letter that he is going to submit. Clear? So these two things should go together. Understood?
Yeah.
Now, sometimes the auditor may not, want to be reappointed in the same company, right? So he is not seeking reappointment. Okay. So if he is not seeking reappointment, he should, give a statement, okay, and the statement should be given in 14 days time. Clear? That is
Yes.
maybe he is there till 31st March. Clear? That is till this year, okay, and he has the chance to be an auditor in the next year. Okay, suppose that is the case. Okay, then if the auditor is not willing to work there further, he should provide the statement on 14 days prior to the start of the next auditing year. Understood? That means
Yes.
the start of reappointing him. Okay. And why is that? It is given so that the company can appoint a new auditor. Understood?
Yes.
Clear? Clear, no?
Yes.
Okay. In other instances, okay, if the auditor is not going to work there, the 14 days would be the time at which the auditor is going to stop being working as an auditor, okay, and the rest is with the company whether or not to appoint a auditor. Clear? Appoint an
Yes.
auditor. Now, this particular SOC, when submitted, it should be circulated within 14 days when the company actually receives it. Clear?
Yes.
Clear, no?
Yep.
Now, who do these get communicated to? It is communicated to those who's going to receive that FS. Clear, no? FS here,
Yeah.
financial statements. Now, what are the limitations of audit? Okay. Now, sometimes it happens that the auditor's report is good. That means it is a very good opinion. Okay. The auditor has received, the auditor is content with the FS that is being prepared by the company. So he's going to give a positive opinion of the company, right? That is, the FS is true and fair. Okay.
Yeah.
And often what we have seen in the economy is that even though a company has been given a clean check, on their FS, okay, that particular company, okay, subsequently ceased. That means they stopped working. Understood?
Yes.
So that would question the integrity, or that would question the level of work done by the auditor, right? The auditor has said the FS is true and fair, okay, and there is something called going concern, clear? And that going concern is something that you study in the later chapters, but know that going concern concept means a company, when it is started, it is assumed to be going forever, right?
Yes.
See, when you start a business, would you start it with a name to, end it next year? No, right?
We know.
Yeah, you don't do that. So our FS is prepared on the assumption that our company would be a going concern. That means we are not going to end it soon. Understood?
Yep.
So when you are an auditor, you're going to check whether the company has the potential to be a going concern. Understood? No?
Yes.
So if the auditor is giving a positive opinion over the company, the auditor is also complying, or the auditor is also implying that the company is going concern. Okay. So what happens if the company, stops just after the audit opinion is released? What happens? The public will lose confidence, right?
Yes.
Understood? So the
Yes.
public will question if the company has ceased, then why did not the auditor mention that? Okay, why didn't the auditor see that this company is not a going concern? Understood?
Yes.
Now, second limitation, or I should say the first limitation, or not all transactions are taken, right? We don't take each and every
Yes.
transaction, we take samples. Clear?
Yes.
Now, the third limitation is that when we do an audit, whatever evidence that we have is being presented by the management, right? Most of
Yeah.
the evidences are provided by the management, and this can't always be 100% true. We can't guarantee that. So that is a limitation. Clear?
Yes.
Now, I have told you within the company there are certain checkpoints, that right? They are called controls. Okay? And
Yes.
these control can be overridden or can be made valueless by the management, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now the benefits of the auditor. First one, the investors would be able to rely on the auditors, whatever being provided, right? So if the
Yes.
audit is a positive opinion, then that means the investors are satisfied. Clear?
Yes.
Second one, the auditor, when they reach a company, they are going to check the FS, okay, parallelly with the controls there. I told you about the checkpoints, the same thing. Okay, the auditor first is going to check the controls. Clear? So the management, in a way, can also, agree or verify whether the controls are in place. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. Next one, the management knows that the external auditor is going to come. They are going to audit the FS, right? So they are not going to play nasty. Clear? So that means they are not going to commit any fraud. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if the business has done the audit, they have a positive audit opinion, then that means that business can raise funds from bank, it can raise funds from equity. Clear?
Yep.
Now, if the auditor has come, okay, and he's going to do the audit, okay, first of all, whatever deficiencies the company would have, this would be represented to the management. Clear? That means they always have a room to correct themselves, to improve themselves if there is an audit in process. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So the chapter is done. Second chapter is done. Okay.
Yep.
I want you to study the first chapter and second chapter by tomorrow. How many days do you need? 2 days? 1 day?
What do you
You
say?
got 2 days. Weekends, I'm not going to take you on weekends since we are doing classes from Monday to Friday, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So no classes on weekends, but weekends you're going to sit and study. Yeah.
Yes. 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 I will do. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So Yeah, that would be it for today's class. Okay. And on Monday, we'll start with the next chapter. All right.
Yes.
I'm just going to pause the recording.